airing my views and concerns in response to the statements issued by the leader of the opposition, Honorable Joel Sanyong. There are two allegations he raises as a basis for his call for boycott. Number one, he says Parliament is going to spend 5 billion in each region, and that will total up to 20 billion. And he says that is a waste of taxpayers' money. He goes on to say that the money Parliament wants to waste should be spent on committee activities and others. I want to respond to that before I touch on that. Number one is that the leader of opposition is not only misinforming the population, but I think his intention is to sabotage the regional meeting. Because he knows that this is an activity that is planned for and budgeted for and is not going to attract or draw any other money from anyone except what was planned for. The leader of the opposition knows that the processes involved in coming up with government budget, including that of Parliament. It's a long process. I am not sure whether it takes time to scrutinize the budget. This is something that was in the budget. And so it's not a special thing. Number two, his allegation that this activity takes away monies for committees is false. I chair a committee, and I've been a chair of different committees. And I can tell you, every financial year and every quarter, each committee receives what we call IPF, Indicative Planning Figure. We receive our budget for every quarter. Once a committee receives their budget, they know that we have this amount for this quarter, and that determines what activities they will have. We have been receiving this, and even this quarter as I speak, every committee has a budget. So the activity, the sitting in Gulu for northern Uganda, is not going to attract any special budget for Parliament or any special budget for committees. We are here in this number because majority of our members have gone to the field. Then the field, they are in northern Uganda. The committee I chair is preparing to go to northern Uganda. And we will be looking at the aspect of the functionality of service commission, recruitment in local governments, payroll management. That is what we are looking at. But we are giving special attention to northern Uganda because Parliament is going to northern Uganda. So this is not, there is no special budget. And we are saying what Honorable Joel is talking about is false because we have interacted with the leadership of Parliament. We have asked them what financial implication this activity will put on the budget of Parliament. It is a normal activity planned. If this was just being introduced now without having it in our work plan for this financial year, that would be a concern. So why did the leader of the opposition not raise this concern during the planning and budgeting processes? Why did he not raise it? He sits on the commission. He's a member of the business committee. These are committees that are very important in decision making. He's aware of all this. But besides that, this communication was made several months ago. Several months ago. Both in Parliament and even during the State of the Nation and budget speech period. The leader of the opposition has been quiet. he waits now just because he wants to frustrate it. I think this is unfortunate, and it needs to reflect deeply, because that is not how we are supposed to conduct business. So the story that this is going to waste taxpayers' money, and by the way, when you look at our budget as Parliament, look at the budget for last financial year, and look at the total budget for Parliament for this financial year, there is little difference. It has actually gone down. And so, we may try to appear nice to the public, we may try to impress the public, but in doing so, we should not misinform the public. And it's my hope that the leader of the opposition will spend a lot more time to get to understand these facts and provide correct information. The other allegation he raises is that there was no proper consultation. This gentleman sits on different platforms, different committees. These are things that have been discussed repeatedly. And I can tell you, the leaders from northern Uganda have had several engagement with the leadership of Parliament. And so when we hear such a statement, we think it's coming from an angle that is biased, that is malicious, but I also think it's intended to continue with the blackmail that has been going on, painting Parliament dirty. That is unfortunate. So we want to call upon our colleague, Honorable Joel, to have sober discussions with the leadership of Parliament. Because if the leadership of Parliament is saying the budget is talking about is not true, where is it getting these figures from? Is it trying to exaggerate things, to cause anger and frustrate or kill the spirit? I don't think that is right. The second thing I want to emphasize, just like my colleagues have said, the intention of Parliament to take these sittings to the regions are very clear. One is to take Parliament closer to the citizens down there. And Parliament should be commended for this. But also, secondly, this is an opportunity for Parliament to pay special attention to every region. Now it's preparing to go to northern Uganda. All the committees are focused here. When we are going to eastern Uganda, all the committees will give their attention. So it's an opportunity to get to understand deeper every aspect, every region. And I don't think Honorable Joel should look at it in bad faith. But I also know there is politics at play. We know there are different parties, including where Honorable Joel comes from. So if he has a problem with Masaka, where Honorable Mpuga comes from, that is their own problem. We know there is politics at play. We are also informed that the president will go to open the one in Gulu, and we know that Honorable Joel has repeatedly boycotted every event where the president is. So if that is a strategy to demobilize, then we understand it. Because if you are talking about the budget, I don't think Honorable Joel understands the budget. Because he has boycotted most of the activities in as far as the budget processes are concerned. Even during the budget speech. And so we think this is ill-intended. But if the problem is taking Parliament away from Kampala, first of all, we are very comfortable sitting here in Kampala because it's part of Uganda. And we are proud that Parliament is here and all of us are here. But it shouldn't be a problem for Parliament to go to any part of the country. All of us know the history of this Parliament, right from 1888. And we know that in 1945, Parliament moved from Entebbe to Kampala. Parliament used to sit in Entebbe. So if Parliament is going to any other part of the country, it should be taken positively. But this also has a very big bearing on how the citizens of this country look at many political parties. And I want to be specific. All the leader of the opposition and his party know Number one, I want Honorable Joel to tell us from the time he has been leader of opposition whether he has gone beyond Karonga. Whether he has gone beyond Karonga. I want him to just try to describe where Monata or even Aleptong is located. Or even Obongi, where Obongi is located. I want him to try to. This is an opportunity for him and his party and his members. It is an opportunity. So you are not just going to be a leader of opposition here and you think you know and understand your country. Get out and get to understand the country. Because you are a leader of opposition for all the members of parliament in this country. You don't speak for one area. I also know that Honorable Joel doesn't want to talk about the things that matter and affect other parts of the country. Let him tell me whether he has talked. I want to hear how he has talked about the plights of the Karamojo. I want to hear how he has talked about the plight of the children suffering from Nordic syndrome. I want to hear how he has talked about the killings in Apa and other places. There are a lot of things. These are things that the leader of opposition should be seen strongly talking about and condemning. We are not against anybody advocating for realistic usage of resources. We don't support wastage of taxpayers' money. But you cannot bring that to hoodwink the citizens. There are no facts in that. And we need to be clear in putting that. So if there is a deliberate plan to frustrate anything to do with northern Uganda, it's understandable. But if there is no ill intention, then the leader of the opposition should, one, sit with his colleagues, the leadership of parliament, because he's part of the leadership. He should sit with them and sort that. Number two, he needs to, because he's leader of opposition and there are opposition members from northern Uganda, but also from the different regions. Has he had the time to sit with those elites from the different regions to hear their opinion? He has not. Honorable Okot is from northern Uganda. Honorable Akol is from northern Uganda. Has he had time to sit and dialogue with them and get to understand what is going on? He has not. And that is leadership. He should do it. Not just hold a press conference and issue your own opinion. Who do you then lead? So he needs to interact with the leaders and get our opinion. Otherwise, he's likely to be misunderstood if he doesn't talk to people. And finally, when we are talking about wastage of resources, we should not apply the principle of selective memory or selective justice. If the leader of the opposition was coming up to say, I don't want to have a budget for donation, because the leader of the opposition also has a budget for donation. If you are talking about trimming and making sure you have realistic budget, you should talk about, what we consider not really very relevant. That includes the allocation to RIM in form of donation, money for donation, as he talked about it. So there are a lot of things we need to talk about, but we are concerned as leaders from northern Uganda that this is not just all about northern Uganda. This is about the spirit Parliament is demonstrating, and we think we should support it. So that's what I wanted to have.